Day 36. Ooh, ooh, we are happy. Yes, we are. Ooh. Yesterday I did good because I don't have any issues. So we find some little tweaks with the meat that actually worked for me. So, whoa! The best part is, so the day before I did have lamb, and it was going good with my histamine intolerance, so that was fine. Then yesterday I did had the ribeye steak. I did a video. It was very good in the end. It costs about 10 euros for 270 grams, so it is expensive. But I did have some reactions. I did have some major reactions actually. I did stop breathing, have this short breathing. And I did have like, from the inside this itching and, allergic reaction. So I was a little bit devastated then, and I was like almost crying because I said, no, why? How can I find something? You're getting to the point where you're just so done. And then in the evening, we were hungry, my son and I, and we did have a called the Gusto steak. I don't know what this exactly is, but the brand, it was just for 240 grams, it was just 6 euros. So it was way less than the ribeye overall. And it was so good. It was so good, and it was so much better than the ribeye steak, even for me and for my son. So and I took it frozen out and I put it on the grill, and it worked. So I didn't expect that. I'm such a didn't know how this works, but it worked, so I'm happy about that. And it tastes amazing, and it's cheaper, so win. And I didn't have any reactions in the evening, so yeah, that's what we're gonna go for. So we have now two things that I don't have reactions to. It's the lamb and it's the Gusto steak. That's a good thing, we're getting there. And today I'm going to work the first day after almost 2 weeks. Oh my god, it's so annoying because I was sick. And one thing as well happened. It's I told you, because I was sick, I did my blood work, and they did it immediately. So I had to pay 7 euros, and they just did it immediately. And I had the results for my CPR, the infection rate. So this was fine. I didn't have any infection. That's why we figured out it's maybe an allergy. So, but my son now has also problems with his throat. So I'm not sure if there is still something, because a lot of people in my company do struggle with something. But one thing was very interesting. I let them to send me the blood work, and I was shocked. My iron was never that low like right now. And I was like, how the hell can this happen when I am eating every day red meat and liver as well? So it's almost impossible. Something has to be wrong, because my body seems not to absorb the iron from the meat, which is actually really not pleasant because you will get fatigue, you will be very tired, you can have a lot of the issues I'm having as well from the iron, missing iron, because I talked to my doctor then, and we discussed it yesterday, and she said you need about 10 weeks to show it in the blood work if what is happening actually when you started it, a month ago. I did told her that I do an elimination diet. So that's one thing I can tell you to say stuff like this, having a lot of troubles with my stomach. I figured out to do an elimination diet just to have meat, which has enough, to go on, and then just implement things. Just say it like this. It's much easier than to say, no, I'm gonna eat that. Very strict. And she was good about it. So she wasn't even, no mad at all. And I discussed with her that I want to have an infusion. Do you say that? Where you just, have the iron and just put it in your body, because I did have it 2 times and I do feel better after it. But after, maybe 90 days in Carnivore, I have to check my blood work, which is now if she's giving it to me, it's a different outcome. But I still want to see what is happening, because if your body cannot absorb the iron, there can be a lot of issues also in your gut. So you have to check it out and fix it. And that's, what maybe there is happening something, because I do have a lot of these histamine struggles in a very extreme way, and it can be also from my autoimmune disease and my medication, that all of this together combined are causing something in my, you know, body at whole. So we are gonna eliminate all the possibilities, and I do wanna call my multiple sclerosis doctor today, and I will ask her that we kill my medication slowly. So this is very important. If you do some stuff like this, really think about it and do it with your doctors. But I had, since January, before I started Carnivore, I did have major issues feeling sick all the time when I took the meds. So it can be that my body is now reacting even more and being more sick because it's an immune suppressiva. So that means that your immune system on MS works on overdrive, and with this medication you put it a little bit down. But that also means that you can be sick and you will get all, you know, the viruses and bacteria and everything, because your immune system is not working that good. So that's the problem I do have, and I wanna try it. The worst thing that can happen is a major, I don't know the English word for it, it's kind of a seizure, and I can end up in a wheelchair. Yeah, I can end up not being able to swallow. I can end up with that I can't breathe and I need this tube. So it can go very, very bad in the end. Yes, but you know, one thing is you have your whole life having to take medication that makes you sick every day, or you have, you know, risks that things happen or don't happen. So I don't know, you know, I decided for myself just to try, honestly, just to try. So that's one thing. So we're gonna eliminate my medication, and we're gonna see if this helps in the end. And we're gonna find meat that works with the histamine problems. And I do have also a doctor. She's a family doctor. She's a friend of mine, and I call her sometimes if I have some questions, because she has also MS. So I'm in the right hands with the right person. And she went from being a normal, you know, school doctor, being very strict, to open-minded, to a lot of possibilities. And she's the one who's also did hypnosis therapy with me, and it's just mind-blowing what she did and how I felt and how I went into my, you know, hypnosis. It was just crazy. So I do trust her the most of all people, and she experienced all of these things, also what she should eat and what she shouldn't eat, and she went the path with homeopathic, you know, these kind of things. And she wanted to show me all of this, but I said, you know, also the detox part, I said, I know that will help probably, but I'm so fixated on Carnivore, and I'm so fixated that this will help me, that I'm not gonna go, you know, taking some plant-based things, teas and all these things and spices, because I don't know what it is. I don't know, my whole inside is, it's just, I can't explain it. It's just like a sign from God. I'm a very big believer in you know, something outside of this and signs and these kind of things. And I'm totally feel like this, something is, you know, throwing me to Carnivore and telling me, stick to it, go through that. That's what your body needs. You just need time, and take your time to heal. So yeah, that's one thing. Interesting also, since I did write down all my weight and how I felt and so on, I do see patterns, because I did it for months and months and months. So you see them bad pattern on days, especially as a woman with hormones, but I do think man does have also like a rhythm in, you know, months where they need more food maybe, or something like that. I know just for women, there are, you know, these peaks from PMSing and these kind of things where you just need more food maybe, or you're just more hungry or have more cravings. So this is also something that's really interesting to just document it for yourself and then see if you have a pattern inside. And I do have one, because at 19th of every month, about 4 or 5 days, I do crave more, I do need more, my body needs more fat. I did eat a lot of this pork fat thingies yesterday, so I will gain weight. 2 kg I can gain weight every time in these period of times and days. I do have more, I need to have more protein as well. So I figured out, you know, the patterns, and this is important for me. So I know when to prepare my fridge just to have more of the stuff, so I don't be tempted to go outside and just buy a lot of junk, to have something just additional if I need it, you know. So that's very interesting, and I'm starting to gain weight, so that's totally fine. And that's what this is about, you know, finding out what your body needs, listen to your body, and so on. So that's really cool, and I feel very, very good today. I feel so much better, and I stopped drinking all the things, because one funny part also in my blood work is that my electrolytes are perfectly balanced. So potassium, sodium, and magnesium are perfectly in balance. So I will, you know, not focus to take any more magnesium right now, because I do feel good. I don't have cramps. I feel, you know, that part is fine. And I'm not going to focus on that, because as soon as I do have some issues, we're going to see it now in the blood work, which will come in the next couple of days with vitamin C and all these things. If there is some issue, maybe we will need, because the iron part does make me a little bit concerned, because it also can put strange cravings as well and trigger it, and you know, being hungry and all these things can also happen from this. So yeah, that's just gonna be interesting. And my doctor said I'm gonna go on Friday to her. I'm gonna take this, you know, iron thing, and we're gonna talk about, you can, she said, figure maybe out on the blood work if I'm allergic to something. So I figured maybe if there is a test or something like this, we're gonna figure it out together on Friday, to see if I'm allergic to beef and butter and eggs, just to see if there is some kind of allergic. It will, you know, help me a lot just to know what it is, because I did mix too much and I need some time to get there. So today I'm trying not to eat at work. That's gonna be very tough for me because I'm now getting very hungry, but I will try to fast as much as possible and maybe just drink coffee and then see if I'm having any reaction, because, you know, at work I need pretty short coffee today. Maybe then have just a little bit of milk to see if I'm having reaction, or, you know, butter. So these 3 things in, you know, some couple of times or hours, just to see if I'm having any reactions at all. So yeah, I'm going to work now. I'm not really in the mood, honestly, because if you had so much time off, you know, you just want to stay at home. And it's so funny. Come on, I'm gonna show you my dog. It's so funny because Big Joe said he looks like a raccoon, and now I cannot unsee it. You look like a little raccoon, you little raccoon you are. So we're gonna go now. Yes, we're gonna bring my son to school, and we're gonna take a walkies. Yes, walkies. And goodbye. Yeah, goodbye. See you tomorrow.